Alright everybody, welcome back to part 8 of Dragon Quest VIII, Unit of the Cursed King, and in today's episode we're gonna move on through the ruined abbey, and hopefully we can get to the abbot Francisco before Dual Magus gets there. If you recall in the last episode, Angelo, well, he could feel a sinister presence there in the Mayala Abbey, so he sent us here to take some kind of a back entrance up into the abbot's house, so yeah, that's why we're here. So, you know what, let's just get a move on through. And we have two sets of stairs here. It doesn't really matter which one you picked, but I'm gonna take this one because, yeah, the right one is slightly quicker to move through. And yeah, we have some pretty damn, well, let's not exaggerate here, but we have some dangerous, some dangerous-ish monsters down here. Especially if you don't have updated gear. But enemies down here have plenty of health, they have plenty of damage, and they also like to silence you, so I recommend that you bring medicinal herbs down here, because if the hero gets silenced in a fight, well, then he can't heal. That is pretty self-explanatory, am I right? So yeah, you gotta be careful down here. And yeah, let's just see if we can't take these guys out. The skeletons here are probably among the easier enemies. There are some mummies down here which I really dislike fighting. They are really hard to kill. And yeah, damn, Nick really got bruised up here. And Jessica, can you stop shooting spells? Seriously? And Jessica's level increased to 11. 5 health, 5 MP, some stats, a lot of strength actually. And she learns the Sis spell, that's quite nice, and evac. So now we have 2 characters with evac. 9 skill points. Well, here we go. Let's just put 6 into whips and 3 into stays, and you'll see why in a bit. So, Jessica's whip skills improve. She is now a whippersnapper, and she learns the whiplash skill. And Jessica's stave skill improve. She learns the basic magical staff technique called Acceleraddle. And yeah, we have seen the Acceleraddle spell used by enemies, so now we too can increase our agility with that buff, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, we have a stair which leads down to the 3rd floor there, and by the way, we're gonna ignore those stairs, and instead we're gonna head on up there after we have entered this room here. And let's see, we have a map in the right chest, or a map, the dungeon map. So let's go ahead and get this first. There you go, map of the ruined abbey. And before we open the chest to the left, do make sure you heal yourself, because, oh, whoops, this chest to the side of us is actually a canine box. So I'm just gonna make sure everybody's on full health. Yeah. And let's see here. Uh-oh, the treasure chest is actually a canine box. And canine boxes are pretty dangerous. They don't have too much health, but if he crits you, and he's very likely to do so, he can deal up towards 50 to 60 damage. So yeah, that is pretty scary actually. Okay, well, luckily he didn't crit me. I believe actually if he crits Jessica, she's just dead in one hit, so that's kind of hilarious, but yeah. But I would advise just to go on the offense against these guys. Don't cover and try to, heal. Just hit them hard. And yeah, unfortunately, I did not get an iron nail. I think he has like a 12.5% chance of dropping an iron nail. So, it's not super likely, but it could happen. And you see those stairs down there on the south, which I just talked about. If you go down there, you won't be able to get 2 pieces of loot actually. A mini medal and a bronze shield. So yeah, don't go down those stairs. Instead, just run across the room here, and in a closet here, I think it's this one, and indeed, we find an iron nail. So you could totally just leave the dungeon now and craft a reinforced boomerang for the hero, but yeah, I think I'll be fine. We can do that later. And now we are on the 3rd floor. Yeah, so you see that room all the way on the right side, or to the east? That's where the mini medal is, and then in the big room there, down in the middle, we have a chest containing a bronze shield. So yeah, we're gonna loot those items in a bit, but first we're gonna get some flavor text from these bookcases here. It's a monk's diary. 5 people died yesterday, 2 more today. The disease consumes its victims with terrifying speed. Where is it coming from? Is it being spread by humans or rats or something else? Nobody knows. Only one thing is certain. There is no cure. The plague has turned our once peaceful abbey into a living hell in the blink of an eye. Is the goddess testing us? Or is this a punishment for our sins? I don't know. The only thing I'm sure about is that I have lost many brothers today and I will lose more tomorrow. So yeah, all of a sudden the game gets really serious. Until now it's been really silly and goofy, but this dungeon is actually it's got a darker tone. Now here, let's read this bookcase. It's a monk's diary. Dear diary, the life of a monk is Spartan and meager. I cannot bring myself to throw anything away, no matter how worn out or worthless it may be. Yesterday I sewed an old and worn out bandana to a bandit's grass skirt I had lying around. You know what? It turned out better than I thought. It seems that obsessively squirreling old things away has its advantages. And yeah, since I have already crafted a bandana plus a bandit's grass skirt, the recipe ingredient list did not show up there. Usually it would, but yeah, we'll see it at some point. But yeah, this is where you normally would know how to do that recipe, so I just thought I would show that off. So yeah, up here, as I said, we're gonna have a pot with a mini medal and some skeletons guarding it too. You know, I'll just cut this up. You've already seen these guys. And there you go. The skeletons has been taken care of. Oh my god, dude, the experience down here is exquisite, to say the least. Well, the balls, dude. Oh my goodness, I need to be careful. I'm already through half of my hero's mana here. Yeah. Jesus. Okay, so here we go. 2 pots down here, and yeah, there you go. A lucky medal, or a mini medal, I mean. Now we're gonna backtrack and enter here, and this looks very ominous, but this chest is actually safe. And there we go. Tur finds a bronze shield, so yeah, maybe I could have gotten away with just making one earlier. And yeah, I think we want to head on through the west door here now. But yeah, first some more fight. Yeah, first a fight to cut out here, apparently. And the exact same thing happened like in the last fight when we fought 4 skeletons. Jessica finished him off with a freeze spell. And yeah, in that little room there to the east, there is nothing in there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and exit through here. And you may notice here now, this is what I meant. If you don't take the ladder down, you cannot access the mini medal and the bronze shield, because this door is locked no matter what. So yeah, you see that middle room down there to the south? Those stairs there are the stairs leading down here from the room up above. So if you come down here and walk up through the long corridor and you try to access the middle room from here, well, you can't get through. So that's why we went with the ladder option there. So yeah, I'm just trying to be thorough here. So yeah, now we can just move on down to the next floor here, and we're pretty much done with the dungeon now. And that is the really only, you know, quote-unquote tricky part about the whole dungeon. So yeah, dungeons in general in Dragon Quest VIII are pretty simple. There are a few which will test your cunning a little bit, but like nothing like in truly old school games where you can start pulling your hair because how insanely frustrating it gets. But yeah, this game is pretty chill actually. And there we go. Nice experience, some good gold. And yeah, I'm gonna blow some more mana here. We do have a lot of medicinal herbs, so I don't need to be too afraid here. Yeah, see, we're good. We should be fine. We're fine. And yeah, this room looks bad. We have some skeletons here and some putrid acid on the floor. So you know what? We're gonna walk here on the sides. If you for some reason fall down into the acid, all that's gonna happen is you'll take a few hit points worth of damage, and unfortunately I fell, so yeah, I had to take a single step into the acid there. And I don't think there's anything here on the sides. Yeah, no, good. There is one more. Ooh, Ooh, a metal slime. But yeah, there's one more mini medal here somewhere. But here, we need to do this. Follow my orders. Now, metal slimes give insane amounts of experience if you manage to kill them, and normally, when I play this game, I always max the spear skill on Tur, because if you do so, you get an ability in the spear tree, which will allow you to have a higher percent chance of scoring critical hits. And with critical hits, you can easily take out metal slimes. And so you might ask, well, why don't you just hit him normally? Well, metal slimes have insane amounts of physical defense and magical defense too. Spells actually can't hurt them. So you will only deal 0 to 1 damage on them, and I think he has around 3 HP. Now, if you don't kill him fast, he will just run away from here. So that is why if you have an ability that can score critical hits, then you can crit them before they get away. But yeah, I'm not gonna have that on this playthrough, but no worries. I'm just gonna throw them my boomerang here, and hopefully Yangus can crit him with a regular hit, and hopefully Jessica can crit him too. But he's already out of here. Okay, that's unfortunate. Now, here's the thing though, Yangus will get a critical skill in the X tree. I don't think I said that. You get a critical hit skill in the spear tree on the hero, and you get one on Yangus in the X tree. So we will at least have one critical hit skill in my playthrough here, but yeah. So if you're gonna go for the post game, it is probably a good thing that you get spears and the axes, up in gear, so you can easily gain experience. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. That's really all I'm gonna say. And let's see here now. Yeah, we're at the end now. So let's just take a look around. Nothing here. So I don't remember where the mini medal is. It's in one of these two rooms then, I'm sure. Maybe here? Only one way to find out. Nope, that's some gold. That is not what I'm looking for. Let's see, hopefully it's in here. If it's not in here, then I'm gonna have to look at a map. Yeah, because I don't want to miss things for you guys. And yeah, no, it's in here, so okay, yeah. I still have things pretty fresh in my mind, I played through the entire game just a month ago, so yeah, I'm pretty fresh on the game. And yeah, I would have been too stunned to move too. He's alone against us. Oh crap. Bonk. And did you hear that? When the Begolast dies, or when they are defeated, you can hear the clear of cache as you hit them. I love that. It's just a really nice touch by the game developers, by the game devs. And yeah, here we have the boss. We're looking pretty fresh here. We should be good to go. So yeah, let's just walk on forward in here and talk to him. Roar! So much pain, so much sorrow. Why does my goddess remain silent? How long must I anguish in misery? We served you so faithfully, yet we died in agony. That terrible plague consumed my beautiful abbey. Oh, the agony, the pain, so much pain! And now you shall taste for a moment the agony I have endured for an eternity. Fear not, though, for you shall be saved by the blissful peace of death. And with that, we enter the fight with the tortured soul. The quote-unquote first real boss. He isn't too bad though, and I keep saying that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying that for a while. Bosses in the first half of the game are pretty damn easy. But yeah, you guessed it though. We're gonna suck up, and on Yangus, yeah, we're gonna keep the axe equipped because it is a good idea to use the Helm Spear move on this guy. And since we learned Accelerator just now, yeah, let's just read the tool type. Raises the agility of all party members. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. We're just gonna go ahead and cast it. It is, ouch, it is very nice to always be able to start before a boss. So that's why it's nice to have the Accelerator skill here now. Yeah, look how much agility you get. It's just insane, dude. And yeah, I'm just gonna psych up with Tur here because the boss is gonna summon some teammates soon. So I'm just gonna want to have Tur all psyched up so he can, you know, with the boomerang, take them all out in one fell swoop. So that's my plan here. And you know what, we're gonna... Well, you know what, we could sap, but that's probably not necessary. You know what, I'm just gonna cast Acceleratle once more. For good measure. There is no way I'm not gonna be... Or, yeah, there's no way I'm not starting before the boss now. I'm super quick. Ooh, and another defense drop there. Nice. But he's still not calling on his friends. Most peculiar. Well, I'm just gonna psych up, and Jessica is very quick, so I'm gonna use her to heal the hero, and she also doesn't have any, well, good attacks yet, so yeah, she's pretty much delegated to the group healer for now. In time, though, she's gonna be our main attacker, as you'll see in the future. Let's see here. He's still not calling on his friends! What the heck, my man? Well, you know what, I'm just gonna attack them. And psych up, and... you know what, I guess I'm gonna psych up on Jessica too. There isn't a whole lot else to do, I suppose. And watch him, now he's gonna summon them after I've struck him. Nope. What? This is most unusual. Huh, and he hasn't used a spell yet either, he's just hitting me normally. This is very bizarre, I gotta say. This is very, very bizarre. And you know what? Jessica, just heal again. And here I was trying to blow this guy's horn, or, you know, toot his horn. Singing his praises of how fearful this boss is, you know, the quote-unquote first hard boss of the game. And here he is just sucking. Yeah, look at this, what is he doing? I've never seen him attack like 5 or 6 turns in a row. He typically likes to summon his allies on the very first turn. Huh. I don't want to kill him before he has summoned them, I want to show it off. Like, what the hell? I can't just kill him before he summons his teammates, we gotta show it off, man, come on. Come on. Dude, I'm gonna give him one more turn and then I'm gonna take his ass out. This is just embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, come on, dude. This is your last chance. If he attacks me again, well, then he's toast. Okay, you know what? You know what? Let me read up here a little bit. Yeah, no, so I don't know why he ain't summoning his teammates. I gotta give him a few more turns, and I might actually cut some footage until he summons them. Yeah, because I really want to show it off. He's supposed to summon a skeleton and a zombie to his side, and the skeleton will hurt you, obviously, and then the zombie is here to lower your tension. But yeah, he just won't do it. And now he's... yeah, okay, you know what? Screw it, just kill him. You know, I tire of his antics. But yeah, I don't know why this boss isn't doing what he's supposed to do. He's just taking it up the behind. He's just bending on over so I can have my way with him. I don't know what else to say. That's essentially what happened. What the heck, my man? And you know what? You know what? I'm gonna pump... well, yeah, I'm gonna actually pump all my points into fisticuffs. This is gonna be amazing, by the way. For our next fight, Genghis now is a national champ. And look at this, he learns Thin Air. One of the best skills in the entire game. I'm not even kidding. Maybe not for the late game, but for the early to mid game, it's a really nice skill. And Jessica also levels up again, really nice. Nice amounts of HP and MP. Oh, wow, snooze. And yeah, she also gained 3 strength there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put most of the points into whips. Yeah, something like that. And there you go. She's not already whipper. Ooh, plus 10 attack, not bad. 200 gold and a gold rosary. The gold rosary here you can mix with the long spear, I think it was, that you bought back, or that, you know, if you're gonna use spears on the hero, you're gonna want to mix the gold rosary with the long spear and the alchemy pot, and you'll get a holy spear. So yeah, there is a nice alchemy pot recipe for you if you're using spears on the hero. Wah! My goddess, my dear sweet goddess, at last I shall rest cradle in your blessed arms. Well, at least he's at peace now. Or she. It's kind of hard to see what gender that was, but yeah. Let's see. Well, we're just gonna move on through here now. We're done with the dungeon. That was an anticlimactic boss. I don't know why he wouldn't cooperate. He just kind of, once again, took it up the behind. Like a good boy. And did we see any mummies down here? Okay, well, here is a walking corpse. This is one of the enemies that the boss can summon. These guys can actually lower your tension with an attack, so, yeah. Oh, wow, that was a weird... Well, I was gonna call it a glitch, but yeah, the recording jumped a little bit there. I should probably take a break here and check so that everything is fine. Yeah, I better look so everything's fine. I'm a little bit worried here now. Yeah, hopefully I'll be back in a second. Hopefully nothing is wrong here. No, we're back. Okay, so nothing seems to be wrong, huh? Well, that's good. So, yeah, I don't think we ever got to see one of those mummies down here. But, yeah, that's fine. We'll have a chance to find more mummies in later dungeons anyway. And now that we're behind the abbot's house, we can loot the final mini-medal. Yeah, it's here all along. So now we have got an all mini-medals in the Mayala Abbey here. And, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What is this? Somebody save the abbot. You know, this is kind of silly. We walk all the way around, and then somebody comes here and knocks the guards out. So, you know, we could literally just have stood here and waited for Dolmagus instead of going the whole way around, right? So, yeah. That was kind of silly. Ooh, wait, hold on a second. Something is seriously wrong here. I better talk to my team here. Huh, they're just as dumbstruck as I am. That jester, seemed to be acting normally when he first arrived, but then he suddenly went mad. He started laughing hysterically and ran off up to the Holy Father's chamber. We tried to stop him, but even with the three of us... I couldn't stop him. He's after Abbot Francisco. Ugh. Holy Father, in danger. And you know what? For good measure, let's read some books here before we head on up. What do you call a... Okay, yeah, this one. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Fish. Yeah, get it, because there is no eye in the fish, so it's a... yeah, you get it. Okay. So are you already tired of Abbot Francisco's shitty jokes? I'm just gonna head on up and rescue him now. Okay, yeah. Okay, don't worry. We're gonna go up and save him.
What sinister presence lingers in the air? And who are you? Did you want to speak with me?
There they are! It's them! You'll be damned for trying to take Abbot Francisco's life!
What on earth? What's going on?
Abbot Francisco, Captain Marcello, at your service, as always.
Ah, Marcello. Tell me, what's happening?
There has been a breach of security. Many of the guards have been seriously wounded.
What?
I feared you might be in danger, so I came immediately. And sure enough, we've caught these criminals. They've been loitering around the Abbey since midday. It seems we were just in time. I thank the goddess that you're safe.
Wait, these people are no criminals.
Please, Holy Father, they were caught red-handed.
Look into their eyes. See their pure hearts. These people are guilty of nothing.
But... Very good. But we must find out what they were doing here in your residence so late at night. At the very least, let us ascertain that. Please.
You really are a warrior, Marcello. Very well, if you must.
Thank you, Holy Father. So, shall we go?
Now look here! We ain't done nothing wrong!
Yeah, we told you. It was your man who asked us to check up on the abbot. What right have you to keep us here?
The abbot is too forgiving. If you're innocent, then who attacked my men? I, on the other hand, am not so forgiving. You won't fool me, so don't try. You'll confess in... Who is it?
You sent for me, Captain.
Come in. I have a question to ask you. But there's something else first. We've just arrested these intruders in the abbot's residence. They were attempting to take his life. They wounded 6 of my men. Very well. The problem is this. My guard is watertight. I make sure of that. There's no way for an outsider to get inside the Abbey. Unless, of course, they have inside help. And would you believe it? When we searched their possessions, we found this ring. Templar Angelo, where is your ring? Show it to me now, if you have it.
Phew, it's turned up. Thank the goddess.
What?
Someone stole it from me at the pub. And it looks like they're about to learn that crime doesn't pay.
Stole it? What? You little fibber!
We've no use for a ring like that. He set us up. I should have known better than to believe a single word from the mouth of a filthy cheat like you.
I have nothing further to say. You can find me in my chambers.
Wait! We're not done here. Fine. I'll deal with him later. First things first. You've wasted enough of my time. Don't try my patience. I want answers. What did you plan to do to the abbot? Confess.
How many times have we got to tell you, eh? We ain't got nothing to confess!
What is it now?
We found a suspicious monster loitering outside the Abbey.
What? What kind of monster?
Ouch! Ugh. What the devil do you think you're doing?
You! Youngest Jessica! What are you all doing in here? You were gone for such a long time. I was getting rather worried. So I just decided to come and look for you when this...
So, this monster is a friend of yours, then? So much for your pure hearts.
What's wrong with you? Unhand me at once, you insolent ruffian! Get him off me!
You are in league with the monster. You may have deceived Abbot Francisco, but you don't fool me. It was the monster who ordered you to steal the ring and infiltrate the abbey, was it? You cursed heathens. Thought you could scare people by killing the abbot, did you? Make them question their faith? And then move in and take control, I suppose. Take these monstrosities to the cells. Come dawn tomorrow, I will have you tortured. Perhaps then you will realize the gravity of the sins you have committed. Until sunrise, then.
Well then. So, in order to escape the prison, or well, escape, you're not gonna escape, but in order to progress the plot anyways, all you gotta do is talk to your teammates here. What a bleeding nerve! We ain't done nothing! Let us out of here! Oh, calm down, Yanks, you little baby. Jessica, there is no point screaming. We got to use our heads to get out of this cell. Can't you think of anything to... Well, I don't see any windows or cracks in the wall like in the Zelda, Wind Waker game. Nothing like that, so yeah. No, I am stumped. I am no monster. I am a king. Blessed every one of those Templar twaps. Okay, well. Now if you just talk here, surely something will happen. There you go, yeah.
Someone's coming.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to see you're all looking so well.
Come here, you!
Now, control your temper. I must apologize for before. Perhaps you will accept this as conciliation.
What are you up to?
The guard upstairs might hear if we talk now. I'll explain later. Come on. Follow me. The guard's up ahead. Right, no one make a sound, okay? I seasoned his supper with a generous pinch of sleeping powder. Perfect. It worked. Sleeping like a baby. Okay, through here. Right, we're safe in here. You can talk again now.
Good. Tell us what's going on. What ordeal do you intend to put us through next, hmm?
Like I said, I'm sorry about before. If I hadn't lied about the ring, Marcello would have been onto me like a shot. And I haven't got anywhere else to go if I'm chucked out of here. But I came to get you out, didn't I? Come on, don't be angry. Anyway, let me show you something you won't have seen before.
Well, what is it?
There. And that's real blood on those spikes, you know. If I were to throw you in there and shut the door, your whole body would be skewered. I could make you holier than thou without so much as getting my hands dirty. Not bad.
Eh? Ooh. Can you hear me out there? There's a secret passage in here!
Like I said, not bad, eh?
Alright, so before we head on, out of here, let's just take a quick look at the torturing devices in here. We have some bottles of booze here. Yeah, you gotta liquor up before you start torturing people, of course. And then here we have some kind of medieval torture device. I believe this here is actually, an actual torturing device. Yeah, you would have people sit on this really sharp edge and you get pulled down. Yeah, it's terrible shit. And here we have some kind of a stretcher. And yeah, same here, yeah. Dude. People were truly just terrifying back then. Seriously. Well, anyways, let's just get out of here.
What's your game, eh? First you grass on us for something we ain't done, and then you come and help us.
Sorry if I've confused you. The people here have a bit of a trust issue with me. I couldn't stick up for you before. It would have backfired. The man who interrogated you, Marcello, he hates me. That's why I had to let him put you in the cells before I could help you.
That's all well and good, but you still don't know us from Adam. Ain't you worried about us being friends with this old monster, eh? You're just happy to let us go, are ya?
True, I don't know anything about you. And I wasn't there when you were caught, but I do know you saved the abbot's life, because just before you were brought to the interrogation room, the sinister feeling that's been lingering in the air went away. I must thank you for that. I'm not so ruthless that I'd hang you out to dry. And besides, I couldn't stand by while there was a lady in trouble. This leads outside.
Medea! My Medea! You're safe. Were you lonely without me? There. It's all right. We'll leave this horrible place at once. The princess and I will go on ahead. Make sure you're not too far behind.
Princess? Whatever. Come on, let's go. You'd have to work pretty hard to mess up your escape from here. Anyway, I'm sorry for all the trouble. So, this is farewell. May the goddess watch over you on your journey.
Alright, so we're finally free to go wherever we please, right?
The bridge. Is the whole abbey on fire? Surely that jester didn't come back again. Oh no. I've got to save the abbot.
So yeah, we gotta go back inside once more and save the abbot, and what the heck. I'll just cut this out. Alright, so the Winkies have been defeated. And 2 increases to level 13. 10 HP, 2 MP, lots of strength and agility, 4 skill points, and ooh, he's almost at 25. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it all into boomerangs. Once we're at 25, I'm gonna start moving on to courage and swords. So yeah, I can't wait to do that. Once we're at 25 points into boomerangs, he's gonna get another +5 attack, which is gonna be very nice. At that point, he's gonna be at +10, and yeah, that's gonna have to be enough with boomerangs. After that, I'm gonna aim to get 100 points in swords and courage. So yeah, there you go. The hero gets some of the best skills like that he can get from the sword tree actually, and if you max out both the sword and the courage tree to 100, he gets a really good combined technique. Like once his courage tree is at 100 and the sword tree is at 100, then he will get a really nice spell. Or ability actually, but whatever. So, have you heard? Some travelers went and set fire on the abbey. He wasn't from around here, of course. Of course. Do not panic. It's just a small fire in the kitchen. We'll soon have it out. No, dude, the abbot's freaking bridge is burning. Ah. I'm just gonna run on through here. We gotta be quick. This is a timed event. No, not really, but, you know. I would love to... Well, we're up to 43 minutes here now on my timer. There might be some stuff to cut out, but I would like to be able to go on up outside of Peregrine Cay and loot the 3 chests up there in the eastern parts of the region in this episode, but we'll see if I can actually do it or not. And yeah, these wusses won't run past the fire here, so we're just gonna have to go in here ourselves. You actually don't take damage if you touch the flames. Weird as it might seem.
Damn! Where's Marcello? That sinister presence again. No, not sinister. It's worse than that. It's pure evil. As if all the demons of hell had gathered to feast upon Abbot Francisco! It's locked from the inside. Marcello? Are you in there? Damn! What's going on? It's no good! It won't budge. Yulon, did you follow me here? Doesn't matter. I need your help. Just one last time, all right? We're going to have to do this by brute force. There might just be enough of us. The door's locked from the inside. We've got to break it down. Come on, everyone together. Yes!
Okay, so yeah, we're inside here again now, and if you try and run up the stairs, Angelo is just gonna stop you, so we're gonna head on over here and see how it's going with the Templar. What happened? Come on, stay with it. Tell me what happened. Thank the goddess, you come to help the... Who on earth did this? He's dangerous. Captain Marcello is in trouble. I mean... okay. So, I think he's dead. Dude, we better run on up there. Yeah, of course. It would be funny to answer no there, but yeah, it's just kind of silly. Whoa! Holy crap, dude. The fact that he's still conscious after tumbling down there is very impressive. But yeah, we have another cutscene.
Marcello! It was all that jester. I couldn't stop him. He's strong. But you can't let him. This is an order. Templar Angelo, get the abbot to safety.
Now, nothing stands in my way.
Ugh. You dare lay a finger on Abbot Francisco?
Don't worry, Marcello. I will be fine. I have given myself to the goddess. If it is her wish, I am prepared to die. But, wretched sinner, if that is not her wish, nothing you can do will ever harm me. The goddess will protect us all from whatever evil you can muster.
Well, well, what faith you have. Let's put it to the test, shall we?
Wait! God, blimey!
It's
been a while. Magus.
Ah, if it isn't King Toad, looking as small and ugly as ever.
Shut up! Return my daughter and I to normal at once! Do you realize what you've done to my castle? What?
Such a pity. It seems fate and your benevolent goddess are both on my side. Yes, such a pity. Poor Francisco. My work here is done. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Ah, you're awake. I realize I said it before the funeral, but I just wanted to assure you that everyone knows you're innocent. If it weren't for you, Captain Marcello could well have been killed too. We're all in your debt. Anyway, the Templar captain has summoned you to his office. See you later then. Don't forget.
Alright, so let us wake our team members up. Morning, Gov. Looks like the Magus gave us the slip again, eh? And all them people dead. I cannot believe it. I couldn't sleep at all last night. Ah, curse the Magus. Curse him! Curse him, I say! Well, you guys can sit here and curse him. I'm heading on over to Captain Marcello. And yeah, these guys are blocking his quarters off here, but... yeah, no. Okay, they're probably gonna let me in here. Nice. Let's see. And now in here we're gonna get a very nice item from Marcello, but I'm gonna read some books here. It's the spring issue of a magazine called We Love Our Weapons. Huh. Who doesn't love the boomerang for its ability to strike multiple enemies at the same time? Still, complaints about the low attack power of the basic model. We put our heads together to solve the problem. After months of research, we can proudly introduce the reinforced boomerang. It's so simple. All you need to do is use the alchemy to combine a boomerang with an appropriately pointy object. Go on, give it a try. Tur discovers a new recipe for the alchemy pot. Reinforced boomerang equals boomerang plus something pointy. So yeah, this is how you figure out how to make the boomerang. So yeah, anyone on their first playthrough, as long as they keep reading bookcases, will find out about this. And let's try and read some more books here. It's a book written by Abbot Francisco. Oh boy. Many centuries ago, individuals called great sages walked the earth, serving as guides and mentors for the people of the world. According to legend, each of these great sages wore a garment called the sage's robe. They say these robes were made by combining a magical robe with a scholar's cap by some secret method. I'm gonna show you how to make this item much later on in the game, but it is a very powerful piece of gear that only a certain character can use. If one were able to discover a way to combine these two items, a sage's robe would be the result. Tur discovers a new recipe for the alchemy pot, so in order to get a sage's robe, you need a magical vestment, as it's called, plus a scholar's cap. Yeah, the magic vestment you can buy for 3200 gold much later on in the game, and then the scholar cap you need to mix a pair of scholar specs with a magical hat. So yeah, that's how you make the sage's robe. But I'll show you how to make that once it's more relevant, you know, once we are gonna further into the game. And yeah, there's nothing over there, but yeah, those are some really cool alchemy recipes there. Ah, there you are, Tur, a little tardy, are you not? Anyways, we're no longer under suspicion. Good. Well, there's gonna be some more talk here now, so I'll just shut up again.
Ah, there you are. I trust you slept well. King Trode has explained everything. I apologize for having doubted you. Dual Magus is the true culprit. In the name of the goddess, we must strike down that diabolical jester. But I cannot leave here now. As the new abbot, I have much to do. I must be here to guide my people. So, I was wondering, according to what King Trode tells me, you are all pursuing Dual Magus. So I have a proposal. I would like my brother Angelo to accompany you on your quest.
Brother? I thought you said you wouldn't have a rule breaker as a brother.
Quiet! I wasn't talking to you. Angelo, you are the only one we can spare at the moment. Everyone else here has duties to fulfill. Only you are without such responsibilities.
I'm useless, you mean? No need to beat about the bush. Fine, I understand. You've made yourself perfectly clear. I will leave the Abbey. I will travel with these people. And I will avenge the Abbot's murder.
I'll be waiting by the carriage with Medea then.
This is a map of the world. If you're going to catch Dual Magus, I'm sure you'll find it indispensable. Consider it a peace offering for having doubted you and your friends. Please. Very well then. I entrust Angelo to your care and wish you well on your journey.
Very nice. So, on that note, we can finally end this episode. But before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and put the... Let's see... the iron nail with a boomerang into the alchemy pot in order to start working on the reinforced boomerang. So yeah, and before we end this episode, we're gonna go ahead and zoom back to Peregrine K there. And in the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and travel east and loot the 3 chests there that I never picked up. And now that Angelo is in our party, he's gonna be able to come along with us and gain some experience. So this is why I wanted to save doing this till later, because now when we go back there, we're gonna get a lot of experience because we're gonna deal with a lot of enemies, and he will also get some really good EXP. So yeah.
Hello again. Well, it looks like we'll be seeing a lot more of each other. I hope you don't mind me coming along. I'm not doing this because Marcello ordered me to. I'm doing it for Abbot Francisco. He was like a father to me. That jester, Dulmagus. He can't get away with this. And this place. I'll be glad to escape. It's no hardship being asked to join you, believe me. And anyway, I promised you, didn't I? I said I'd reward you for helping me. So, Jessica, from now on, I'll protect you. I won't leave your side. Consider me your personal bodyguard.
Sure, Romeo, in your dreams.
Oh, Angelo. You love to hate him. Well, actually, I don't hate him, but yeah. He's definitely a chivalrous man. He can't help it. But yeah, Jessica probably does need protecting.
Let's hit the road.
She is quite strong. Thank you very much. So, let's see here. I would like to have a look at him. He has slightly more health than Jessica, but his gear is way worse. Actually, let me just fix this. Alright, so there we go. Now everything is in the right spots here on him, and yeah, we gotta give him a shield and a headgear piece. And yeah, as you might recall, we have the feathered cap here. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss this onto him. Nice, and I don't think I have a shield which he can equip. Like, he can't use the bronze shield, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy a scale shield for him back at the K. So yeah, we're just gonna travel back here. Oh, some mysterious force appears to be blocking us. Okay, so that means there's gonna be some dialogue here. So we're just gonna go ahead and exit. Let's see. What? Oh! Okay, so the game just wants us to check out... Yeah, see, when I left in my yellow abbey there, the game opened up the map by itself, just to show you that you have it. So yeah, that's why it wouldn't allow me to zoom away. So yeah, now we have the map here of the world, which is really nice. So yeah, this is gonna make it a lot easier now to find chests like around the world. So yeah, you see down there now we had Mayala Abbey there, and further down to the south we had Simpleton, and there to the west we have that little island there with the goodie bag and the 2 chests, and up there at the top we have Peregrine K. So I'm gonna go up there now, and then we're gonna go far to the east and pick up 3 chests, and we're also gonna defeat the Brickman, the Bricklayer. There is a silver coin unique monster far to the east there too. So yeah, we're gonna go there first, and then in the next episode we're gonna continue on south, east, past Simpleton. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. But before we end the episode, I would like to go ahead and go to Peregrine K and update Angelo's gear just a little bit. At least buy him a shield, for crying out loud. Like, yeah. I don't want him to die the moment we step out here. And yeah, 1 hour and 3 minutes. Holy crap, dude. We really gotta end this episode. And see here, we still have the thief here. It's you again. Alright, mate. What do you think of my new look, eh? Pretty sweet for a pretend thief, I reckon. You know, it ain't as bad as I thought going straight. Okay, well, you know, he's just sitting here boozing, so I don't know how, you know, quote-unquote straight he is here, but you know what? But whatever floats his boat, I guess. So, here, let's just move on up here to the armor shop. To the shopkeep. The shopkeep. Yeah, I keep saying shop instead of shop. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. But yeah, look how much defense he gains. So yeah, this is a no-brainer. We need to give him the scale shield here at the very least. And let's see. We could also buy the silk robe to Jessica now, but it's so expensive, so I don't think I want to do that. And apparently Angelo can wear the scale armor, which wouldn't be a bad idea, because it doesn't have very much health. So you know what? I'm actually gonna go ahead and buy him the scale armor. So, there we go. And then we can just sell his Templar uniform. You can't actually craft anything with this, and it does sell for a pretty penny. So, yeah, it makes sense to exchange it for the scale armor there. And, yeah, we're also gonna do this. There you go. Now it looks all pretty. And before we end the episode, I'm gonna buy some medicinal herbs for him. And then in the next episode, we're gonna do some exploring. And whoops. Let's see. Sorry there, ma'am. I broke one of your barrels. Okay, here you go. 7 herbs. And we're also gonna need to fill up Jessica again. And yeah, we do have 19 in our bag, which seems perhaps like overkill, but once again, I promise you it's not. Especially for upcoming dungeons, we're gonna need way more than that. Like, there are gonna be some really nasty dungeons, like, up ahead, where you're seriously gonna need, like, 30-40 medicinal herbs. I'm not even kidding. So yeah, I might as well just go ahead and stock up here now. So, there you go. There you go. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and buy 9 holy waters too, because yeah, the hero is gonna need 28 points into his courage tree before he can cast the quote-unquote holy water spell anyway. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to have some holy water for when I don't want encounters to happen. So yeah, I'll meet you outside Peregrine Cay, and there we're gonna do the outro. Alright, so that is it for episode 8 then, I reckon. Episode 8 of Dragon Quest VIII. It's a mouthful. And yeah, I just remembered, we never checked out the trees here of Angelo. Yeah, he can use swords, bows, staves, and fisticuffs, and the charisma tree. Yeah, bows is... It's really fun to go into bows on him, but I'm gonna level him up with swords and staves, so yeah. But more on that once he starts leveling up. For now, we're gonna shut down the game, and I will continue on tomorrow. And yeah, you won't see another video for another week, so yeah. Next week, same channel. We're gonna keep on grinding some experience and gold, or well, we're not gonna grind, but we're gonna head on east out here, and we're gonna loot some chests. We're gonna find the silver monster coin, and then once we have done that, we're gonna head on southeast, or past Simpleton to the southeast. So yeah, very cool stuff. See you guys then.